Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to a live webinar recap of what we did today. I just spent the last 45 minutes speaking to the room. Obviously, it was recorded for Secret Sauce. Just generalizing, sizing in, learning to overcome losses, helping you become a better trader. It was really nice. It was very. I felt it was kind of touching in the sense that it brought back a lot of memories when I was coming up and how and why where I am got today. But needless to say, today was a really good day. I got about a 95% rating. There was one or two stocks that didn't really hit what I really wanted, but for the most part, we were on point. Cinet was a small cap stock, which you all know I have to give my short sellers in the room a really great small cap stock to play for a short every day I find one. Albo was an offering. Carnival Cruise Line was being docked 7,000 passengers in Italy. Crust, Cuervo, Facebook, ILMN, RLCK, now Tesla were all earning plays. Beyond was just a simple play. Pop at the open, sell off. I probably won't play it for the next few days. MDGL was an analyst call, and LK was just a buy the weakness because of the coronavirus. Overall, it was a great day to trade today. As you know, Tesla is the story of the day. Hands off to Tesla. Anybody that did take long in to Tesla, congratulations to you. It was a pure winner. Um, the stock ended up after hours going to 660. Today, the way we traded Tesla was really very, very simple. I did not want anyone to really. I felt we would get a sell off from this 648 up here in pre market. I was correct on that when I was writing the notes. I was actually looking for a 610 break. I wanted a 610 and then bottom curl and then just rip it. But I told the traders, get what you can. I came all the way down to 618, so I was a little bit off. I'll be honest. I wanted 610. However, I did make it clear in the notes that if the stock pushed at the open and hit 635 spot, the stock was going to run into 650. And I'll tell you right here, right there. If this hits 635, it goes to 650 and tops off, and then you could short it. How did I know that? 16 years of day trading. 60, 50, 88. There it is. I did not think it would hit yesterday's high of 659. I just didn't see it. I felt the stock. I had energy all around me on that. And I was right. Once it hit 650 right there, it just came down to 632. So you literally could have made 30 or 40 to the upside and 18 to the downside. And it was a really great call. Really great play for us. The next one we did was ILMN. This was without a doubt one of the finest trades today. Again, something I learned over the years how to trade ILMN as I went over in Secret Sauce. Great trade today, hands down one of the best. This one on ILMN was going to pop at the open, even though the report was lousy. I called for a pop at the open to 308 or more. Stock ended up going 315, scaling short, gap filled back to 295, and it hit 295. I mean, you can't get any better than that. And I played this live in the room. I was actually giving this trade to many in the room. The next trade we did was Albo. This was an offering trade, an offering to 1.9 million. Felt it was a very easy stock for everyone to do, especially for new traders in the business that came in. So I called for a long at the 2080, 21 spot, and I'm looking for 23 on it. And so far we're trickling up. We have already hit 22.13, so that was a good one. Next stock we did was Crust. Crust was a very good earnings play. However, the gap up did not justify the move. I called for a short on the stock. Uh, I called for a quick pop at the open, start shorting at about 88, 89, give it room to pop, and then just short it down to gap fill. I called for 82.50 at the bottom, and it hit 82.52. Like my good friend Oil said, I'm off of 5 cents here and there, and I was off 2 cents on this one. So here are the 2 pennies. Okay, and I really apologize. Here's the call right here on Crust, 82.50. Next one we played was Facebook. This was a kick-ass trade, hands down. I called for 212 pop at the opening, long in at 205. Take 200 shares, 300 shares, and get paid. This was a buy on weakness, regardless of what the report said, and I was 100% correct on this trade. I missed as you can see, Facebook hit 211.43. Next trade we did that was phenomenal was, let's see, MDGL. This was a joke. MDGL. This was an upgrade by a tier toilet analyst, and I kind of laughed at him. And I think he had 150, 160 price target before. He increases to 198, and we're not even at $90. So this was a short opportunity for everyone in the chat room. Take 250 shares short, add on any pop, scale in, take it down 2 to 3 points, or gap fill it fully back to 82 and under. That was the call. Stock went from 87 to 82, 5 points, 250, 1250 you would have made. Here's the call. MDGL. The next one we did was Sinet. Sinet was one of the most bullshit things I've ever seen. There was a main word in there. I won't go over it with you, but it was in secret sauce. Here's the headline. It's stupid. Gapping up $2.20. I said an all-day fader to $1.60. By tomorrow, it should hit $1.60. So if you were in our room, you took short around the 320 range. All-day fader. It's already hitting 2 spot. They'll probably do an offering after the close. Slam it down to 160. This was too predictable. Here it comes down. Here's 204. Once it snaps to, like the rest will come tomorrow. See the 160 I'm after? Right there. Another one we did was LRCX was a short. This was a beautiful call today, called to short the stock. I really wanted the stock to snap 317. I was kind of really adamant about that. And once it snapped 317, I knew we could get 10 points down, which would have been 307. The stock came down roughly right around 306. And that's where the stock was going to stay. That was not going to gap fill. And then I can't leave without the bad call of the day. And I think for now on, as I hold myself accountable, I like to put, even though I don't like talking about bad calls, I can only learn from them, but I have to also take, learning. It's a learning process for me. Cuervo today was not a good call, and this one did not work. Everything in the report, everything I read, all the analysts had this thing popping out of the gate. Instead, it just had a massive sell-off. The only thing I can think, thinking just out loud, staring at this, is just the massive run-up it's had for the last a couple, since the last earnings. And maybe the report just didn't justify another move to the upside. But and it was just massive profit taking going on. I would not overnight this long. I'd leave it alone. Probably come down even more to 105, probably to 105 area here, and then 100 would probably be the bottom. I probably would be a buyer at 100. I don't think this gap will get filled, but I definitely think it'll hold at $100 right there, and then start to move to the upside. Just one of these. It's one of those trades that you just have to look and learn from, and get better from. And we definitely will. So I definitely will. And we had fun with Now. Now was really fun. This one went to, we were looking for 340 topping and then a short, so that was fun. And another one was Beyond. This was another fun trade. I liked it. Pop it to open at 118, then short it. That was pretty simple to do. I probably won't play this anymore for a while, unless there's a headline and it's gapping up 10 or 12 points or something like that. And that is today's wrap up. Thank you very much for joining us. I appreciate it. If you want to be a part of our room, it's an amazing room to learn, to get better, to teach.